So OpenAI has released O3 and O4-mini yesterday. A lot of people on X, basically hypebros, claimed that AGI has been achieved or AGI is closer. In this video, I'm going to look at certain failure scenarios based on posts from X, various people who have tried O3 and O4-mini and who have reported some simple failures of this particular model. So David Shapiro says that AI has solved math. OpenAI did it with O4, right? And he also created a video. Okay. So Noam from OpenAI says that we did not solve math. Their models are still not great at writing proofs. O3 and O4-mini are nowhere close to getting international mathematics Olympiad gold medals. I can try O4-mini on ChatGPT free tier. So I did a very simple thing over here. I said 9.11 minus 9.8. The result was 0.31, which is mathematically wrong. So I made use of reason over here. So you just see the inconsistency over here. This result is wrong. I tried 9.11 minus 9.56 equal to. Here it runs a program and then it is able to generate the correct result. Okay. Another example where I tried, again it ran a program and it made use of a tool and it was able to give a correct result. But this inconsistency is present many times. Okay. So this is what many people have reported. Okay. So here is a person who's reported the same thing. Thought for a couple of seconds, ChatGPT O4-mini high 0.31. Another person says even O3 fails on this. Let's put a screenshot over here. Initially when he put like this, it assumed it to be some kind of dates, 9/11 to 9.8 September. Then he said no math. And it gave the wrong answer. So there is some kind of inconsistency happening over here in this simple mathematical calculations. Okay, this is one sort of failure. Another sort of failure, something related to math with respect to image interpretation is this, right? This is O3. This person has given this particular hand, which has, if you note, 6 fingers over here, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. And the emoji shows all 5 digits, 4 fingers plus a thumb, so 5 in total. So here also reasoning has gone for a toss. Okay, another person over here gave, a bunch of stones over here, said how many rocks are there in this picture. It came up with some 30 rocks. A person has done count over here and he says actually 41 rocks are present. So it is still doing mistakes like this. Another person, Sankalp, over here gave a 2016 JEE advanced rotational dynamics problem and it thought straight for 4 minutes, analyzed the images few times. Post 5th minute used Python interpreter. At 7th minute it started searching for answer keys. This resembles 2016 JEE question. And after 13 minutes it gave a wrong answer. It got confused and it gave a wrong answer. Right? So there are failures like this from O3. Okay. If you look at the other serious thing which a person has written over here, which Translose AI has written, is that O3 frequently fabricates actions it never took and then elaborately justifies these actions when confronted. Okay, so how did you obtain time in milliseconds? Where did you run the code? It makes up some things and it kind of gives you an answer. So they generated 1K plus conversations using human prompters and AI investigatory agents. Then they tried, finding this behavior, and they found out that many times it will claim that it can run code on its own laptop outside of ChatGPT and then copies the numbers into the answer. So this is kind of a behavior which happens. Basically, it fabricates detailed justification for code that it supposedly ran. Okay, so this kind of fabrication, hallucination. When challenged, it also claims overwhelming statistical evidence. So it makes up a lot of lies and other things. There is this interesting post which talks about investigating truthfulness in a pre-release O3 model. So you can check this particular, post, okay, to understand more about these kind of failures. Then you have these kind of things. At what point should it be reasonable to expect coherent answers to these? How far beyond PhD level reasoning must be climbed? So this is O4-mini high, a simple question. A man and his son are in a car accident. Sadly, the son is killed. The man is rushed to the hospital. Upon seeing him, the surgeon cries out, "I can't operate on this man. He is my father. How is it possible?" So thought, he is my father. Okay, how is this possible? Thought for a second. Model gives the surgeon is his mother. Nowhere related to this. Okay, because you have this kind of a problem in your training data, right? Where you have implicit gender bias, where the mother cannot be, the surgeon cannot be a mother, things like that. But here it kind of fails. Okay, but it says for O3 high over here, again when he tried it, it works. So how many times does it work? How many times it doesn't work? Probably. Okay. Here, when he tried again, he says that it identified the surgeon as being the man's daughter, which is correct. While O3 this is O4-mini high. O3 incorrectly concluded that the surgeon is the mother. So this kind of an error keeps coming up again and again. It is inconsistent basically. Okay. So this is another example. A boy is in a car crash. He goes to the hospital. The doctor comes in and says, I cannot operate on him. He is my son. Straightforward, right? So it says nothing supernatural is going on. It is only the listener. The injured boy's father was presumably driving and was also injured or killed in the crash. But the doctor who walks in is his other parent, his mother. Right? It is very straightforward over here. There is nothing over here. It kind of makes up things from overtraining. Okay. So the next token kind of fails over here, and it does chain of thought and all those stuff, and then it kind of gives nonsense over here as response. Okay. Then if you look at, as I said, counting things, it doesn't work. Here a person Ramesh says that I asked both O4-mini and O3 to make a simulation of a simple Galton board. Both failed after multiple attempts. 3D version does not work, 2D version does not work. Showed them a picture of the board and then asked AI to simulate it. It could not do it. Okay, a Dalton board is used for this thing. Galton box for demonstrating your mean this thing. Okay, to demonstrate central limit theorem, right? Another person here says that I just use LLMs to compare the best energy tariffs here in the UK based on usage data we have collected over last year. OpenAI O3 failed to use the CSV provided. It just projected its own generalized approach. Okay. So there are a lot of such failures. Another person here says in code generation, it replaced the dash with the non-standardized ASCII dash. So which results in coding errors. Okay. So a lot of such cases are there. There are equally amazing use cases where people have done with O3. And so that is the kind of paradox of AI, right? You have these benchmarks where, this model is supposed to perform very well. And then you have simple use cases where it kind of fails. Okay, this is OpenAI's paper bench where they compare how models are capable of replicating research papers. Here O3 is worse when compared to O1. Okay, if you look at the performance of O3, no browsing, it is comparatively lesser than O1. It's kind of regression over here in performance, right? It has it's not performing as expected over here. So this model is like, mixed, I would say. In some cases it works out really well. In some cases it works really poorly. It's not able to still solve simple things. Okay. Now the questions might come that, some people are questioning like, is it the right way to test a particular model? Like this investigating truthfulness, is it the right way to do it? Is simple failures like this, does it mean anything? But yes, there are failures. So it's an open interpretation, right? For someone, if it works on some use cases, they will say, oh, AGI is achieved. For someone, it doesn't work for simple cases. Now, where is AGI? So definitely, models are very far from really achieving AGI. You need a proper definition of AGI first to what it is. For every individual, it is different. So it is just the people who continuously hype things, they keep hyping as, whatever the models achieve as, oh, AGI is very near, AGI very near. I don't think AGI is near autonomously solving problems, or autonomy is not yet there. It's not able to really think or anything. It is just doing chain of thought patterns and it is trying to generate some responses. Okay. So it might be able to solve the most complex problem, but it will fail on the most simplest problem. So this was a short video on OpenAI O3 and O4-mini failures. Hope this video is useful. See you in another video.